Hey guys, what is up? How you doing? I hope everyone's having an absolutely fantastic day, because I certainly am. Going to get a haircut later on, pretty keen about that, get nice and fresh. Anyway, as you have seen by the title, today's video is my top 5 Cosmic Champions. Now first, just like to start off by saying that before I do the number 1 champ, in each video from now on, I'm going to do some like honorable mentions kind of thing. So I'm going to point out some champions that I think are really good or quite underrated, that don't quite make the top 5, but I still think are pretty good, or champs that I think get a bad rap that really deserve a bit more credit. Also, just one more thing I'd like to point out as well. I have been a bit sick lately, so I'm not quite up to scratch, but I'm sure I'll get through this alright. I've just got a bit of a blocked nose and things like that, and it's making breathing a lot of fun, because you kind of need to do that to live. Anyway, let's get into it. Number 5, we have Superior Iron Man. Now, Superior Iron Man is by far my favorite Cosmic Champion in the game. He's my number 1 champion, and he's an absolute beast. I love using him for questing and things like that. I don't actually use him in my Alliance Wars at all or anything like that. I prefer to use him for my own personal solo event, quests and stuff. And his third special attack is unbelievable. What I love about him most is his Arc Overload. You pretty much get toward the end of the fight and suddenly you're in it again. Like, you might have thought you were about to die, but nah, you're all good, you can go again. So basically with Superior Iron Man, you can do 2 fights in one, and it's absolutely awesome. Like, especially with questing, you know, if you lose half your health in a fight, go into the next one, lose some health, Arc Overload, and you're back into it again. So he keeps you in the fight the whole way along. And with his Armor Break, he's really handy for versing champions that are bleed immune. So champions like Colossus and things like that, he's quite handy there. Anyway, next up, number 4, we have Drax. Now, Drax is an awesome champion. I don't know if I've stated previously in a video, but he was my number 1. I mean, my first champion I ever got from a premium Hero Crystal, and I've duped him twice, and every time I've got him, I got him from a premium, and he's actually the champion I got most recently in a premium, which was ages ago, and I think I've opened about 100, 150 premiums in between then and now. So hopefully we're feeling some good luck coming up to the premiums very shortly, which I have an opening coming up in the next day or 2. But back to Drax. He's an insane champion. I reckon he has one of the best damage outputs of champs in this game, and with his 2 swords, he uses them to freaking get a great combo. You know, he gets, with his first medium, he gets 2 hits there, so you get a 6 combo instead of 5 like most champions. So you got the double hits at the start, and if one of them inflicts bleed, then you're already on your way. And his special attack too, if he has bleed inflicted already, or you inflict it, it just deals an insane amount of damage. And as you go throughout the fight, he just gets stacks and stacks of fury, which just makes his damage that much more penetrating to the opponents. Now, next up in number 3, we have a champion that unfortunately I do not have as a 4-star yet, but I have at max 3-star awakened. We have Miss Marvel. Now, I prefer Miss Marvel over Captain Marvel. I don't really know if there's much of a difference between the two. I haven't paid enough attention or used them enough for that, but Miss Marvel is absolutely amazing, and she's really great even with the type disadvantage against Mystic champions, because a lot of Mystics like Doctor Strange, Dormammu, and characters like that, they have energy-based attacks, and with energy-based attacks, as you receive hits while blocking, her power bar gains power, like extra power from absorbing the energy attacks. So basically, you can be taking damage and gaining power, like extra power at the same time, and the more power she has in her power bar, the more damage she does. So as you're going throughout the fight, the longer you last with that power bar building up through those energy-based attacks, the more damage she's going to do. Now, number 2 today. Number 1 and number 2 are very, very close for me. It personally came down to the one I prefer more and the one I use more. So number 2 today is Hyperion. Now, I know he's highly rated and he's an amazing champion. He has got so much going for him. I especially love using his special one. Just stack up that Incinerate. And with the power gain as well, you can just Incinerate, and their health is going to deplete so quickly. And with his special 2, you can get the armor break and a chance to stun. And then special 3, once you've activated that and you have the, I don't even know what they're called, the nuclear warning sign charges, or that's what they look like, or hazard sign, whatever, that he wears on his belt. Once you get that, if you dash back and hold the block for a second, you get a really small regeneration. I'm fairly sure you have to have a signature ability for that, though. Nothing too fancy with the regenerations, but still quite handy. Now, I'll go back out of that. Now, so first, I'd like to do the honorable mentions, and because I didn't do that in my last video, which was the science one, I'm going to do the science ones in this video. So for the science ones, a champion who is, I think, really underrated and gets a really bad rap, Ant-Man. I absolutely love Ant-Man. I love using him. He was my first ever max 3-star, and with his special ability of glancing, him gas control, when an attack glances, it cannot, as far as I know, it cannot inflict a debuff. So, like Vision, particularly trying to use Power Burn, if it glances, won't work. You use Black Panther to use Lacerate. If it glances, won't make him bleed. You know, that kind of thing. So, with the glancing, it protects him from a lot of debuffs, providing the attack glances. So, I personally think he's a really good champ that is really underrated. Now, another champion that I think deserves mentioning is Electro. Electro is an absolutely insane champ who you take damage from just by hitting him. So I actually had a fight the other day, and he's actually causing a lot of issues for me in Master Mode because he's in the final 2 chapters. One right at the start of the Nebula one, and then right before Thanos in the Thanos one. And he is just an absolute pain, and I had 3 or so fights versing Electro in the Thanos one, where my champions had that little health that they died just from hitting him before I actually managed to take him down. So Electro, the only reason he didn't make 5th, he would have been 5th, but the damage output the Hulk has just got him up there before Electro. And finally, for science, I also have Red Hulk. So I think Red Hulk is an amazing champion. He deals an insane amount of damage, and I actually have a 4-star Red Hulk, not awakened yet, but I definitely plan to use Red Hulk offensively, whereas I'm going to be putting my Spider-Man into defense. But I really love using Spider-Man as well, so he's a lot of fun. Anyway, so that's the science honorable mentions. For the cosmic honorable mentions today, I'm going to start off, we have Angela. Now, Angela, she's an amazing champion. She does a lot of damage, particularly with her normal hits. She doesn't even need to use a special, and her special attacks look so cool, so I think she's an awesome champ. Spider-Man Symbiote, practically the cosmic version of Spider-Man, deals an insane amount of damage, gets that armor break, and just absolutely unbelievable. And one more champion who deserves an honorable mention for me is Phoenix. She's not a champ I actually use too much. I have a 3-star that's not even awakened yet, only at level 10, rank 1, but with her Rite of the Phoenix, you can pretty much be, well, you die and then she comes back to life and you've got another run at it. So I think she's also a really cool champ. I don't really know how to use her, but she's still pretty good. Now, finally, probably to no one's surprise, at number 1 today, we have the God of Thunder himself, Thor. Now, the reason I've chosen Thor is because I absolutely love using him. He deals an insane amount of damage, and his special 3, but the trouble with him is he's only good when awake. With his special 3, if you've gone throughout the fight, you're taking lots of damage, lots of hits, you charge up that power bar, use the special 3, 9 times out of 10, your opponent is screwed. Like, they have absolutely no hope. And then you get the stun and armor break after that, so even if you haven't taken them down with that special 3, you still have the chance to get in enough hits, keep the armor break going, and then get another special 1 in, and then that will just deal an insane amount of damage to your opponent. So there you have it, guys. Just a quick recap. We have at number 5, Superior Iron Man. Number 4, we have Drax. Number 3, we have Miss Marvel. Number 2, we have Hyperion. And number 1 for me, we have the God of Thunder, Thor. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Links are in the description. And I will see you all when I make the next one. Catch you later.